Hey guys, Dmonty here with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So in today's video, we will have the double fan art, one up top, one at this side. So guys, thank you for sending your fan art into me. It greatly helps support my channel. If you have any of your own drawings, my email's in the description. Send it over and I'll make sure to show it for you. Also, we are giving away a Nintendo Switch on the channel, guys, just as a thank you. If you guys want to enter into that, it's in the description. So if you're already subbed to me, you might as well just click that link so it confirms you're subbed and you can get a free Nintendo Switch out of it. I will ship it internationally for those that are asking in the comments. All right. So guys, today's video is all going to be, I'm going to tell you flat out, it's all going to be speculation because nothing here is set in stone. But we're going to be talking a lot about Extreme Z Awakenings and the units that you can kind of expect and the units we want to see to Extreme Z Awakening. Now, I did some polls on Twitter, and we're going to be looking a lot about the facts that what Global's gotten so far, what JP's got, and all that good stuff, okay? So the first thing we're going to talk about is so far the 5 units that they're currently working on. We've gotten Super Saiyan 3 Goku, we've gotten the Strength Roly. What's coming next is going to be Final Form Cooler, Tech Cell, and Intelligence Gohan. That's pretty much for certain. Alright, JP's already gotten it. We should be getting these units soon. Another thing to mention here is the EZA Gohan is currently live, and then the Gohan, Goku, and Goten trio. I believe they got a Dokkan Awakening. I'm not sure if it was before or after the Tech Cell, or the Final Form Cooler, but it's definitely coming eventually as well. Kind of random units that they chose right here, so it just kind of shows that they can go from any direction when they're pulling the units to do. But let's get right into that Twitter poll that I talked about. So let me open up Twitter. Nani? Oh, all right. So I did a poll on Twitter, okay? And I asked you guys, what do you guys think the next big EZA will be on Dokkan? So surprisingly enough, which it makes sense, right? Stranko, Jita, and Janemba placed number 1 at 78%, and so far, guys, there's about 2,400 people that answered this poll, and 11% said start the 70% leaders, 8% said a brand new unit, and other comments below. So just kind of going off there, and I'll show you guys what people were saying about the comments. But let me open up Dokkan once more. So the number one thing that people, oops, what the hell just happened there? The number one thing that people wanted to see for the EZA Awakening was Stranko, Jita, and Intelligence Janemba. These units back in the day were freaking busted. If you had both these guys on your team, you were set. You could beat any event. You had 60,000 health, and you could rock anybody. The one that I probably want to see the most is probably this man right here, especially because I have him rainbow starred, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do too, because he was that damn good back in the day. They would need to update him tremendously. So his passive skill is attack 7,000, attacks effective against all types. I've seen a lot of comments that you guys posted on Twitter. I'm not sure what they can do to his passive to make it. They would actually probably have to add another 0 on top of that 70, so make it 70,000 attack power. Even that might not be enough. Because we moved to the age of everything is by percentages, and percentages do more than flat buffs. But if the buff is big enough, obviously it'll do more damage. So I'm kind of curious to see what they would do with this card if it were to get an Extreme Z Awakening. His leader skill was the most versatile leader skill that Global has ever seen, when it first came out. So I would imagine they would probably all types key +3. They might make them busted at, I don't know what they could do. I don't want to throw any numbers out there. Anywhere from 70% to 100% sound good. If they're going to do something, no, they can't do that. I wouldn't say attack +3,000 is enough because you need HP on a team. Since he doesn't have HP, you'll get one-shotted just by getting smacked by UI Goku these days. So you almost need a team that has anywhere from 200, 300, 400,000 health. When running this guy, you'll need an HP attack and defense leader. They might do something HP attack and defense plus 300,000. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be by a percentage if they're awakening them, maybe 70 to 100%. As far as Janemba goes, his leader skill was never something that was prominent. I would like to see him get a crazy passive skill that maybe add that dodge mechanic, that the Strength Janemba has, and I like that he's able to guard against anything. That's still dope. But add the attack and defense plus 5,000. That needs to change too. Maybe attack and defense plus, I don't know, 100%, 120%. It needs to go by percentage now. So I know a lot of people, big shout out to Animated Muscle, have this guy rainbowed as well. But it's not one that I'm not particularly excited for, but I would like to see a good buff on this guy if they were to do a double EZA event. That's another thing too I want to talk about. Double EZA event because they came out together. Strength, Gogeta, Intelligence, Janemba. That is probably the thing that I and everybody else wanted to see the most. All right, so the next thing that you guys said that you thought would probably come out is buff the 70% leaders. So EZA, the 70% leaders, I don't know about that. There's some that are still pretty prominent in today's meta. Super Vegeto, what would you guys do to Super Vegeto? You can add that attacking, the physical one has every time he gets attacked, I believe, he gets stronger, or if it's every time he attacks, he gets stronger. You could put that mechanic on him. He already has immense damage. You can increase the buff maybe to all allies to 50% for one turn. And he already pretty much still guards everything at 80% defense, so I don't think they can make that any stronger. The only thing you can really do to this unit is make him hit harder. So that's probably the only thing I would do. Or maybe buff the entire team when he's the first slot. Give him a reason to be in that first slot again, alright? Alright, so next unit is God Tanks. I don't know about this one. This guy is still pretty damn strong. Maybe another thing you can do is make him almost equivalent to the physical God Tanks. But this guy is already pretty badass. He has tons of categories that he's on. Attack 120% performing super attack. He still does a metric shit ton of damage. So I really do like this unit. I don't think they would make... this is why I think the 70% leaders aren't going to happen, just because they're still really, really good. Well, at least some of them are. Maybe 150% is like the only thing I could think of there, and he already causes immense damage to the enemy, so whatever. Alright, so Buhan. This one, I think, can get an EZA. Buhan over here has really fallen off the current meta. Even people that run Mono Intelligence sometimes don't even bring Buhan on the team, which is really sad because he was one of the most strongest units that we had for quite a while. For every key obtained, attack 12%, recover 3,000 health. 12%, it needs to go up. It definitely needs to go up, maybe 15, 16% possibly. And recover 3,000 HP, that needs to be buffed the crap up. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 10%. No, 10. I don't think they'll go by percentage. Maybe even like 30,000 HP per orb might make a little bit more sense. 20 to 30,000. We have teams that we can rock anywhere from 500 to 600,000 health now. So to make that, like, add a 0 on it isn't actually that absurd, I think. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is 30,000 too much? Maybe even 20,000 HP. I still like that his immense damage causes the enemy to lower attack and defense, so that's still dope. However, most of the bosses that you fight today are immune to that, so bleh. Details, he did have a kind of a funny super where he has a 30% chance to for the super attack to transform to greater power. Basically, it was the Ghost Kamikaze Kamehameha, I believe. If I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. But maybe they can up that to 50, 60, 70%, or make it 100% of the time. There's no reason for him to not launch his most powerful super attack. Categories, I don't think they'll add any other categories to him. But still, overall, he's still a good unit, but he's really fallen off. Omega Shenron. What can they do here? Attack 80%, all enemies attack minus 30%. I'm not sure if that negates bosses that are immune to attack debuffs. I doubt it. So that attack minus 30% really doesn't do anything anymore. They can move his attack all the way from 80% maybe to 120 to 140%. Make him relevant again. Overall, he wasn't a bad unit when he came out, but he has definitely fallen off that train quite a bit. People don't even run him on their mono extreme strength teams anymore. Alright, so next unit, which is the one I think that needs the most help. He was one of the first ones that came out, is Roly. Physical Roly. I know a lot of people actually rainbowed this unit. He causes supreme damage to enemy, and he supers twice basically when key is 8 or more. Which in these days he has Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, Berserker. Is pretty much going to be 8 or more at all times. Attack 7,000 and attack with an additional super attack. So they would need to change that 7,000 maybe to, I don't know, maybe they really need to get rid of all flat buffs, which I think they pretty much done with the EZAs. Maybe even go to like 70 to 100%. I think even what Kale has, how much freaking percentage does Kale have? Alright, so looking at Kale right here, Kale already does 120% and a chance to do additional. So I would say Broly needs to at least be on the same level as Kale here, maybe even 130, 140% with an additional super. That would make him great again, okay? So Dokkan, EZA Broly, make him 120%, get rid of that 7,000 attack, and give him immense damage, damn it. So that pretty much covers all of the 70% units that you guys voted for the EZA. Out of these, I think Super Vegeto and Gotenks are still a little too strong. So I'm not too sure what they're going to do there. Buhan, Omega, and Broly, however, the villains need more help. So that's just my personal opinion. All right, so the last thing that we're going to be going over, guys, is the 100% leaders. So you guys said on the Twitter post that Goku Black was actually the #1 thing that you guys thought it would Dokkan Awaken, the one that I didn't mention, and your guys' reasoning was actually quite genius. So as you guys know, on the JP side of the game, Goku Black does not give +3 ki to villains, so on Global, he is much more useful. So I could definitely see them doing a EZA on Goku Black, bring him up to Global's level, and then possibly buff his passive skill, you know, for every key sphere obtained, get rid of that 3,000 attack power and add a percentage, or make it like 30,000 attack power for every key sphere obtained, because that would make him good again. So pretty much probably keep the card the same. He already does immense damage. Bring him up to level 140, you know, buff his stats a little bit more. But I really actually think, after reading those tweets, that they would probably skip the 70% leaders and just do the 100% leaders. Make it 100% for each type, +3 ki. It's genius. It does make a lot of sense. So, actually, is it HP, Tech, and Defense 100%? It is. Physical type, HP, Tech, and Defense 100%, +3 ki. There you go, for each one of these guys. Intelligence Vegeta, he was good. Oops, what just happened there? Intelligence Vegeta was very good when he first came out. He fell off really quickly, though. What could they do to him to buff him? He needs to basically get maybe attack 140% maybe. Cause immense damage and raise attack for 3 turns. 140% I think would be perfect. Perfect on him. He has decent links. He only fits on Roma God's team, which is kind of eh. Intelligence type, HP, attack, and defense 100% +3 ki is what I think they should do for leader skill. Over here on Kaioken Goku, they need to get rid of the attack 20,000, defense +10,000 for 10 turns. Get rid of that restriction. Get rid of it! Well, 10 turns isn't bad, but I really do think they need to get rid of it. They need to get rid of the sacrificing HP, but it is Kaioken, so maybe they won't. They did it on JP for the Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, so maybe it's possible. AGL type, HP, attack, and defense +3 ki, and 100% for him. Over here, last one. Actually, I'm sorry, there's 2 more. We got Frieza, final form. I'm sorry, Golden Frieza, final form. This is not even my final form. So here, passive skill is damage received 70%, attack 70%. I think they need to buff the damage received to 80 to 90%, honestly, and buff up the attack percentage maybe to 100 to 120%. And lowers defense. So lowers defense really doesn't do anything anymore. He had decent links. Tech type, HP, tech, and defense +100%, so all tech types, and then +3 ki is what I think should be the leader skill. If he had that, I would actually run him on my extreme tech. So I really do think they should do that with this unit. Strength Cell. Strength Cell, as you guys know, they always hate Cell in this game. They just gave... Actually, I'm sorry, JP just dropped Physical Cell, Physical LR Cell, and already people are telling me he's pretty underwhelming. So I'm not sure why they always cuck Cell. Don't know. But Strength Cell here, it causes immense damage to enemy, raises attack and defense. He does have a key gimmick, so I think they should keep that the same. The key gimmick's always fun. Strength type, HP, attack and defense 100%, +3 ki is what I think they should change it to. Attack 100% to start a turn, that's poo-poo. That needs to be probably anywhere from 130 to 140%, and they need to add something else on that passive skill that makes him relevant. Give him some defense or do something, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Alright guys, so there were 3 units that were honorable mentions that I wanted to go over really fast. First one was Strength Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. You guys thought he should get a Dokkan Awaken, which I agree with. They really need to add over, actually I think he has Order Flash. They really need to up his damage a little bit, because he can, like when he supers on my mono strength team, he does like nothing. Like he does peanuts. Another honorable mention was the Tech Beerus, the one that, you know, has the Fury mode, and the last one was the Intelligence Trunks, the one that changes the orbs. So guys, what direction do you think EZA is going? Do you think it'd be 70% leaders? Do you think it'd be the 100% leaders? Do you think it'd be Strength Vegeta, Intelligence Janemba? Or do you think they'll just give us new units from here on out? Let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching. All speculation. I really enjoyed doing this one. So I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Later.